right. Hi, guys. My name is Mac. Um, sorry. I feel so bad that I'm starting this off because I don't know what to say. Um, you can find me at _dread_bread on Twitter, or macchiato on Tumblr. That is, I don't know. I guess I should spell it out for everybody. It's MAK, my name, IIATO. So yeah. I'm gonna be playing Fletch. They are a half-elf monk.
I'm Leon. Uh don't really use much of my social media, I guess. I have a Twitter. That's Leon Scar, LJONSKAR. Same on Instagram. That's it. That's it really. Today I'm playing Ellis. She's a water genasi cleric nature, serving Melora, and she is I forgot what I was going to say.
So you can find me at FTM Shepherd, SHEPARD on Twitter, where I mostly just am slowly descending into madness over the current everything. And you can also read my fan fiction on AO3 at Peripheral, which is spelled with an F instead of PH. And I'm playing Sibo, a gnome nature cleric of Pan, because if Ellis and Sibo had the same goddess, that would be too many coincidences.
We begin today's session in a burning library, the Library of Fallcrest, the largest and most important library in Fallcrest. All three of you it's not a good place to be. The air is choked with ash and cinder. The smell of burning books and bookcases fills the air. The crackling of the flames around you, boiling around you, looking at the ceiling and the floor, looking towards you hungrily. In front of you is Raymond Allcrow, a block of a man. Not tall, but solidly built, covered in tattoos. He is cackling madly, something inside him having broken utterly. Flashback to 2 days ago, where you're having dinner with your good friend Raymond. We're going to go around and everyone tell me how your character knows Raymond. Are you friends, acquaintances? Do you not know him? Have you just been introduced? Professional or personal acquaintances? We'll go in reverse order this time, so we'll start with Wes. How does Sibo know Raymond Allcrow?
So Sibo spends most of his time in the forests south of the city, if I'm remembering where those forests are.
Yes.
And so when he does come into the city, he appreciates having the occasional contact in order to not just be standing in the middle of a screaming crowd with no idea what's going on, which is what happened the first time he went to the city. And I think Raymond might be one of those contacts. They're not like close friends or anything, but whenever he's in the city, it's a place to not be in the screaming crowds and also to find food.
Fair. Leon, what about Ellis? How does she know Raymond Allcrow?
Well, Ellis isn't really one to go and mingle in the cities as much. But sometimes when she does, she might end up in a tavern somewhere, as all adventurers do. And probably met him there, I guess.
That
just
makes
as
sense.
a sort of an acquaintance, not really a friend, but
Sure. And finally, Mac, how does Fletch know Raymond Allcrow?
Well, Fletch happens to know tons of people. Not necessarily well. Fletch is a little bit of a minor local celebrity, I guess.
Okay.
Very famous for frequenting taverns and for being an excellent pit fighter. So
that is certainly something that all Crow would be interested in, I think.
Oh yes, yeah. So more likely than not, Fletch met Raymond while celebrating in a tavern after a victory in a pit fight.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think Raymond is sort of angling to be like your manager, as it were, in the bare knuckle boxing world of Fallcrest. He sees some money signs here, and he may have invited you all to dinner as like to try and soften Fletch's position by like having it in like a group setting type thing. Raymond is a human with a bald head. He's well tattooed from what he describes as a very odd but very satisfying career in the military, and then eventually as maybe a bandit, but he won't admit straight up to having been a bandit. And now he works ambiguously dockside of Fallcrest. In the wake of some great floods recently, the docks have been thrown in confusion, and Raymond saw an opportunity. So a lot of the docks pay him and his friends to hang around the docks and make sure no one else hangs around the docks and maybe takes things from the docks that aren't theirs. They're not like police because if you don't pay them, they take the stuff from the docks. But they seem to work well enough for many of the merchants running trade along the river. Raymond finishes another tankard of ale before he goes, "Come on then, Fletch. I'm telling you, this latest fight, granted, it's 2 against 1, but I really think you can make a lot of money. You follow my lead, right? You let me handle things for you.
I mean, if you're sure."
And sure, they might both be half-orcs. I understand your reservations, but I think 2 on 1, 2 half-orcs, 1 Fletch. My money's on Fletch. My money will be on Fletch.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say?
I mean, I don't know. How big are they? I know they're half orcs, but
Oh, I have it on great word that they are very short for very large half-orcs. Like, if you take a normal large half-orc, they're not that tall. Comparatively.
Well, I mean, yeah, why not? Why not?
You won't regret this at all.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. If there's one thing you'll come to learn over these next few days, it's that you can trust Raymond Allcrow. Dramatic irony is fun. It's fun, guys.
I don't think Sibo's laughing. I just...
Yeah. Raymond turns his attention to Sibo and Ellis, goes, and this is where I come to you. See, I've gotten word that perhaps we're not allowed strictly to do these bare knuckle fights within Fallcrest. So I was hoping that you two, with your connections, might be able to find us a proper place out in the forest to the south where we could have a proper scrap down.
Yes. It can't be that hard, right? There's plenty of clearings out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Plenty of clearings. Some of them have wolves, though, and so I'm hoping you could maybe make sure there are no wolves at all.
I can
You would
talk
like-
to animals. Animals are my friends.
You'd like us to talk to the animals in order for the animals to not eat your people.
I mean, if we make enough noise and there's a big enough crowd, I don't think that the wolves are going to try to bother us.
That's true. That's very true. Well, I'm absolutely glad that we did this.
Yeah.
And he's gonna promise some monies to all of you, like 50 gold or so, for this. And then he's going to start buying as many drinks as you'll allow him to. And the question is, how much do you drink or allow yourself to drink?
Well, Fletch has probably had at least a pint or two.
At least a pint or two.
Yeah, and their impulse control is not the best.
Fantastic.
So they're just going to keep drinking as many drinks as Raymond is going to buy them.
Love it.
Maybe against their better judgment, but
that's Fletch.
If anything, just sipping. Not much at all.
Not
really.
Much at all. Okay. And what about Sibo?
I don't think Sibo goes as hard as Fletch, but knowing that if it seems that Ellis is staying fairly sober, then he lets himself go a bit. I don't drink, so how does this drinking thing work? How does it?
To be fair, not many people go as hard as Fletch.
All right. So what we're gonna do, Ellis, you get to skip this check, but Wes, go ahead and give me a Constitution check, just straight Constitution. Fletch, give me one as well.
All right.
Fletch, you get disadvantage because you're going so hard.
Oh, great.
Just let me pull up the dice roller I thought I had up. Natural 20.
Nice.
Fantastic. Well, that's a 9.
What's that?
That's a 9 on Fletch's end.
9. That's a failure. So Wes, you keep it together fairly well. I love the carousing table from Xanathar's Guide, so go ahead and roll 1d8.
All right. Fantastic.
This cannot possibly
It is a very excellent table. Okay, that's a 6. Oh no.
Surprise, you're married.
Great. Great.
Fantastic. Oh, this is good stuff. Yeah, so Fletch gets blackout. Ellis and Wes lose track of her at some point during the night. Probably like when you start taking, you're like, okay, I'm gonna ramp back my drinking, and maybe Ellis is like, I'm so tired, I want to go. Being designated driver sucks. That's about when Fletch has like liberated a keg of good dwarven whiskey from behind the bar and is trying to out-chug Raymond Allcrow. Here's the question. When you wake up, who is your new spouse? 1, what gender do you hope they are?
Well,
what does Mac usually go for?
Definitely a girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so Fletch wakes up the next morning next to this very big, beefy half-orc lady.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. She casually stretches and like she's reaching for a mug of water that's on the other side of the bed, and she just one arm under you and just lifts you up so she can reach by and grab the mug and then puts you back down. You notice that you're both wearing matching rings. She introduces herself as you start to wake as Gulgaria. She is one of the people you're supposed to fight later tonight.
Of course she is. All right. So Fletch kind of looks down at her hand, looks back at her. She's like, "Well, all right, good to meet you in a sober state."
I did not remember last night, but I am glad it
Yeah,
happened.
neither do I.
I have heard about your prowess during fighting.
Mhm.
She leans in and like just inhales deeply. You smell like a fighter. We will consummate this marriage in a scrap later tonight.
Did you marry Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger?
sounds pretty
Yeah.
good to me.
Fantastic. Meanwhile, Ellis and Wes, you have to
And
find.
just a quick side note, Fletch is completely into it.
This is like, all right, yep. Ellis and Sibo, you've been tasked by Raymond to find some place for the fight. So how do you go about doing that? Finding a place. There are going to be several hundred people there. It's not a small event, which is probably why the Fallcrest Guard were like, you can't do this at town. Like this is going to be too rowdy. Go out of town where we don't care.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could always go for a walk.
Yeah.
Just gonna sort of walk through the woods trying to find a place till the muse strikes.
How hard can it be, right?
We could talk to the animals and swing from some vines.
Wow.
To make a terrible early 2000s Nickelodeon reference.
You've lost me.
Go Diego Go, the spin-off from Dora.
Oh my god, no.
I love it.
I stuck to Cartoon Network.
I didn't have Cartoon Network.
I watched it at my cousin's house.
Oh my.
Anyway.
So you are going for a walk. You have Speak with Animals, so if you're using that, I'll give you advantage to a Wisdom Perception check to find a good place.
Should we roll one each, or?
Yes, and we'll take the higher of the two.
Okay. Oh. I think this is a good omen. This is a natural one.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
I got a 16.
16 is better than a natural 1.
Mm-hmm. I'll be off talking to a weasel.
Well, the good news is that you do find a clearing. The bad news is that it's sort of taken already. There is 1 second. There is a pair of gnolls.
Oh.
These hunched, red-toothed hyena people, who are notoriously violent, and in the past have been a problem. There are only 2 of them, but they're currently like digging into a deer carcass that apparently they took down. What do you do?
Does Noel fall under Speak with Animals?
No, they're bestial, but they are not beasts.
Curses.
Shit. Do you think we could take them? Sure, of course we could take them. Why not?
Yes, let us fight these gnolls. After my, I think Sibo is just slightly hungover.
Just a little bit, like just a little bit.
And it's like, you know what? Fine, my morning can't get any worse. Let's do this.
Intelligence of 9. This is gonna work out great.
I love it.
I have a charisma of 9. We are perfectly matched.
All right.
No dexterity of such.
So right now they haven't seen you. They're very busy with the carcass, just digging in. What do you do? Are you gonna try and approach stealthily? Or are you just gonna go in swinging?
Clank, 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 clank,
Yeah, I
clank.
mean you're both
No.
clerics, so
Oh no.
it's up to you. Just let me know what you do.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Solid choice.
I'm going to look up what spike growth does.
Ooh. That's a fun one. All right. In the meantime, go ahead and roll initiative because I that's gonna happen at some point, I would imagine.
Oh no.
Just use that. Ooh my. Okay.
It was better than my last roll
All right.
because it was a 4,
4. That beats a 3 that one of them got.
but plus 1, so I'm at 5.
Nice. And what did you get, Wes?
15.
15. Okay. So, let's see if you surprise them. Both of you roll stealth checks. If you succeed, you'll get a surprise round against
Oh, no.
them. If not, they notice.
I believe I have disadvantage on stealth, so this should be fun.
Beautiful.
I think I do too. I have scale mail.
I got a non-natural
Yes.
1.
Non-nat 1. Okay. how does Ellis do?
I got a 16, but if it's
16.
disadvantage,
Yep, roll again and take the lower.
oh,
Ooh.
that's a 2 plus 1.
Okay, yeah, you guys not stealthy enough.
What?
You begin
wait.
casting.
Oh no.
Yep, you begin casting, and both of their ears like up, and they turn, and one of them just breaks into a dead sprint. They're going to use their action to move into melee with both of you. From where they were, it's about 60 feet. So one of them just breaks into a dead sprint, holding a big spear, gets into melee with both of you, but that's their action. What do you guys do? Either one of you, because the last Knoll got dead last, so.
I'm not just going to dump water on their heads as much as I want to do that.
It might not work as well as against the elemental fire creature.
I cast. Oh hell! I cast. I cast spike growth.
Okay. What does that do?
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. Is it possible for me to set this up so that only the gnolls are trapped within it?
Yes. You do it as like a carpet in front of you.
Cool.
So
it's concentration, so.
All right. All right. And what is Ellis doing?
I'm going to say I can do that too, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hit them. I'm going to hit one with my mace.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. The armor class is 15.
Okay, I got a 16.
That's a hit.
And for the damage, the damage is a 6.
Nice. You slam your mace into this creature, and gnolls are heavily built. They're just thick, twisted, knotty muscle. This one is covered in these hard furs and matted leathers. So you do some damage, but it is by no means completely inconvenienced by your hit. It doesn't like being in the middle of this spike growth. It can get to Wes, but it can't get to you, so that's gonna be a problem. The other one, wow, got a 2 for their intelligence checks. They don't recognize the danger that the spike growth proves, and they're gonna run in. Go ahead and roll 2d4 damage. When it gets 5 feet in, it's gonna stop and realize how bad this is.
Excellent. It takes a total of 6 damage.
Nice. 6 damage. Yeah, it like stops. There are gashes opening up on its legs as these magical vines try to hinder and drag him down. He stops and howls, and he's going to chuck his spear at Wes. What's your AC?
Got
a 12.
I'm holding my shield up, so 18.
Okay, yeah. The spear like skips off your shield, no problem at all. Back to the top, there's still one attacking you. In close combat, rolled a nat 20.
Oh no.
I love it. I love these dice sometimes. And it's doing a two-handed
Gotta love those good DM
spear.
rolls.
Takes 7 damage to you.
Me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot. It rolls twice because it got a critical hit. Oh, that's so much worse. 9 plus 2 is 11 damage.
Oh no.
Yeah. But now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to. Is it within melee range of me?
Yes, it is within 5 feet.
I'm going to hit it over the head with a mace.
Solid. Go ahead and make your attack roll. AC is 15.
Okay. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Crit for crit. Very equitable. Go ahead and roll double damage.
This is my vengeance. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice. It's bloodied. Your what weapon are you using?
Mace.
Mace. Your mace slams home, and you hear ribs crack under your blow. You're a gnoll. You have a nice. You can come up really easy right under his guard. Definitely not into that. Flash 2, Fletch and Golgara having like a very nice breakfast, I think. Golgara has decided to have like steak and eggs, like super undercooked eggs and super rare steak. She admits that before a big fight, she likes to eat as much meat as possible to just like protein load.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pretty great. Man, I don't know what Fletch would be having. Probably just like a pretty traditional breakfast. Eggs, toast, sausage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alas, they aren't the kind of monk yet that has transcended the need for food or breathing.
Yep. Yeah, you're having breakfast. Like I like the idea of like if this were a show, the gnoll scream of pain like throws its head back and yowls, and that transitions visually into like Golgara yawning, and then like spearing some more breakfast. And just like very nice, quiet breakfast. Cut back to Ellis. It's your turn in this brutal combat with a pair of bloodthirsty gnolls.
But I've just seen my ally take a big hit, so I'm gonna try do a little bit, send a little prayer, do some cure wounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Wes, it was concentration, right? You took 11 damage. Go ahead and roll a concentration check on spike growth.
Oh yes, sorry.
No worries.
What do you roll for concentration again?
It's a Constitution save, and it is rolled against DC 11.
I failed it.
Okay, the spike growth dissipates.
Ooh. But you do heal 8 points, so
there you go. Look at that.
That's okay.
The second gnoll, seeing that, is going to rush Ellis. Doesn't have weapons, but gnolls do have teeth.
Ooh.
So is just gonna try and like bum rush this water genasi.
No. Oh no.
16 plus 4. I'm guessing that's a hit.
Shit. Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
But
Shield of
it
Faith.
is.
Why?
And you take 5 damage from that bite.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. Yeah, it just like bum rushes you and manages to like shoulder down hit you, and as it scrabbles and like bites into your upper bicep. Back to the top, Knoll 1 is still fighting Sibo. Rolled a nat 1. It overextends its thrust with the spear, and you manage to just with one hit knock it out of its hand, so it no longer has a spear to use. And it's now your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna just hit it over the head with a mace again.
Solid choice.
That's my choice for when I can't think of what to do.
That's totally valid choice. You've got AC 18. You're not terrible at combat.
And I rolled a 6, so no.
I may have to revise that statement. All right. You swing at it, and it just it's dropped its spear, but it tries to tangle up your mace arm and wrestle your weapon out of your hand. Ellis, what do you do?
1 sec. I have a Shield of Faith up, which is concentration.
Mhm.
So I took 5 damage.
Yes, so DC is 10.
Oh shit. That's a 3.
Shield of Faith is no longer up.
God damn it. Okay. I'll hit
All
the
right.
same one
Yep.
as Sipo with the mace.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Ooh, that's a natural 19.
Nice, that's a hit.
Nice.
And the damage. Oh. That's 3.
It's 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a lot. You guys have been wailing on this. It doesn't like it, and it's not super motivated, so I'm going to roll a morale check. If it rolls, say, 8 or higher, it sticks around. It rolled a 6. Okay, and its buddy is going to flee as well. You've bloodied it. These are opportunistic creatures. They don't like straight up brawls because they don't have an advantage. They're not brave. They are hungry. And in this case, the meat is proving a little tough. So they're going to make a break for it. Both of you get to make parting attacks of opportunity if you would like.
Sure. Yes. 19?
19, yeah, that'll hit. Deal your damage.
The damage. Ooh, 7.
7. That's enough. As it turns to run, you just one hit to its kneecap. It just goes sideways. And as it collapses, you drop that mace on its head. Dead.
I feel something.
Wes, if you want to have Sibo make an attack of opportunity against the other one, by all means.
Sibo is instead just gonna kind of be a troll and cast light on the fleeing Knoll's like nose, like right within its field of vision.
Nice. It runs in. You see it on the other side of the clearing, just run straight into a tree and collapse, and then like get up and scrabble into the bushes.
Then he dissipates it because you can just dissipate light whenever you want.
Yeah. Well, congratulations! You now have a place for the boxing match tonight.
There's a dead knoll here. To drag it away? Bury it?
Yes, we should probably bury it. Actually, we should probably drag it out somewhere so that other scavengers don't come here and we are faced with the same problem. But
that's a good idea. We should move the deer. We should move the deer as well.
We should move the deer also. So the question is, do we bury the deer and the knoll, or do we just leave the knoll and the deer to be eaten but not here?
We could just move it away.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna have to do most of the lifting because I am very small and not very strong.
Sure. Strength 13 ought to do it.
I can help a little bit though. I have Some strength for a gnome.
No problem. You can get the corpse out of the clearing. That's not an issue.
The gnolls had weapons, right?
Yes.
What were they?
They're
what
just
were they?
ratty spears. Little better than sharpened sticks with flint stone attached.
Okay.
Oh.
Cut to Mac. Fletch, as you're having breakfast, you get approached by Raymond. He comes in. He looks a little under the weather himself.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "There you two are. I've never been more touched by a ceremony in my life.
Yeah.
You were incredibly eloquent when giving your vows. Brought a tear to my eye." And he
Sure I was, yeah.
He taps the left side of his face. He has one of his tattoos. It just looks like he tattooed a bruised eye on himself. That's like one of his tattoos, along with like mom and like juicy along his throat or something.
Nice, real classy.
He goes, "You need to make an appearance, and you as well, at some point before the bookies. They want to make sure that you're real and that you're not charmed or enhanced with magic or nothing like that."
Yeah. Sure. Sounds fine to me.
We can get that over with now, so come with me. And he leads you to a different tavern in through the back into this like smoky interior where some hooded figures of various ill repute are playing Three Dragon ante and coins. And he goes, "Right, these are the fighters," and he points to you two, and there's also the other half orc. It's Golgara's brother, actually. And he looks and goes, "I was so honored to be your best man."
Yeah, it was an honor to have you. You're the best man I've ever had.
He so the bookies all stand. They sort of get your stats, your fight stats for the books. They also have a figure there wearing a magic user's robe, and they go around. They go, "Right, so he's gonna put a mark on you that's gonna make it impossible to put additional enchantments, so that everything's on the level, everything's right. No alter self, no advance, no true strike, none of that."
All right.
And you're marked with this rune that briefly glows on your forehead and then dissipates. Feels a little bit like being splashed with cold water. You have about 6 hours before the fight. Sibo and Ellis come back and they have the location. You have a good 6 hours before nightfall and things get started. What do you do?
Okay.
That is a question that I do not have an answer to.
That is.
You got married?
Yeah, I guess I did.
Are you okay with this?
I mean, yeah, she's pretty good looking, so.
I mean, and Sibo is not attracted to women, so he's like, I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
it's valid.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because I don't know her, but kind of into it though.
Cool.
I mean, yeah. Just marrying someone you just met while drunk is a great idea.
Yeah.
True.
Sibo is like 50% sure that this is just a normal thing for people who live in cities, so he's like,
right.
It's kind of weird though, because I am gonna have to fight her tonight and her brother, but like, I don't know. I think this might work out okay.
What does her brother look like?
Like a male version of her.
Yeah, he's a half orc. He's big.
Twins. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's Golgara and Gorglut are the two. They were raised out west.
She is a lot cuter though. Like maybe I'm biased, but she's a lot better looking.
What does Sibo think of the ripplingly muscled male half-orc Gorgulot? Is that more Sibo's speed?
Tall guy. Remember, Sibo is like 3 feet tall at the tallest. Apparently his type is men who can throw him like a projectile.
Which is a surprising number of people. Because he's a gnome. Gosh, this is actually the second Nentir Vale session that has featured marriage prominently. We have when Kyle ran it, we had the very touching tree wife episode. I'm sure other stuff happened in it, but like the important part was the tree wife. Emblematic. Yeah, check that episode out. It's a good one.
Okay.
Will do.
Someone married a dryad. It just happens sometimes. So if you guys aren't particularly interested in doing anything specifically, we'll skip right to the night of the fight.
I mean, Fletch is gonna practice a little bit, warm up.
Sure. And
Make
Golgara
sure
says
they stretch properly and everything.
Yeah, Golgara lifts Fletch up to give her a kiss and is like, "I must go now and train. When I next see you, I will break your face and then tend to you afterwards."
I think
Fletch is equal parts terrified and turned on.
dating half-orcs, that's like
yeah.
I'm debating
and if possible, she's gonna try to figure out where Golgara is training, so that they can watch her.
Okay.
Kind of get a sense for how she fights and how she operates.
Nice. They actually work at there's a pig farmer near the outskirts of town, and they have found that it's a very humane way to slaughter pigs is just to have the half-orcs punch them in the face just once. Just one good shot. It's so much less. It's like so much less terrifying than like beheading them or something. It's much more humane to have the half-orcs do it. So that's how they train as well. Like you got. Are you okay, Wes?
I'm okay. I'm just dying.
Not yet. So you get to see them practicing, and they are very good, at getting an advantage from like flanking. Like they move in tandem, sort of one goes high, one goes low. Because they're twins, they have a sort of natural ability to read one another. So that may be an issue.
All right. Fletch is starting to think that maybe agreeing to this fight was not a great idea. However, she is very small and very fast, so maybe things will be okay.
Nice.
Pigs are not very small and not very fast.
Right. So, the night of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
The clearing has been set up with torches and such. Pretty simple. There's like some people have brought kegs of beer. It's all very informal. There are no stands or anything. Just like kind of a natural ring of people. And it is first to unconscious or yield are the rules. Nothing below the belt. No grappling. It's got to be all fists. What are Sibo and Ellis doing?
I'm asking Sibo, is this a normal marriage thing? Do people, on the night after they get married, do they go and punch each other's faces in? Is this a normal
Look, I'm not at all human, so I'm assuming there's like some kind of human custom thing going on, since I'm pretty sure they're both half human. That's totally how that works, right?
I don't know.
I guess like maybe it's, I heard that like, I mean, I know that among gnomes, married couples spend time alone with each other after they get married. Maybe this is the equivalent. Thibaut does not want to give the talk to a water genasi.
But they do it in front of people.
I mean, I guess like since her brother's there, I'm assuming it's going to stay mostly fine.
You see, when a mortal loves a river very, very much, that's how you get a water genasi. So, ooh, all right. Mac, roll initiative. So you eventually time comes. The fighters are brought in. Both the half orcs are bare chested and glistening with workout sweat. The bookies are collecting gold. Are Sibo and Ellis betting on anyone?
What's the name of the guy orc again?
Gorglut.
Sibo does not know how betting works, and so he bets one entire copper.
A whole copper.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Great.
What about Ellis? Betting has been explained. Raymond is one of the ones coordinating all the betting because he's going to make a buttload of money off of this. He's like, so you put down money, right? Some of your coin, and if the person who you think is going to win wins, you get more money. And if they don't win, you don't get any money.
2 coppers.
2 coppers for Gurglut not to go down. Do you want to win solo or win with his sister?
Solo.
Solo. All right. And what about you, Ellis?
I have 15 whole gold pieces, and that's it.
That'll be a very small bet. Right, yeah, but I could take all of that if you. Yeah, I'll just take that if you don't mind. That's just go ahead and I'll hold that for you. And he's like reaching for your purse of gold.
I don't. I literally have nothing else though.
Oh, right. Well, all right. I mean, 10 gold. That's cutting me on throat on all the fees I have to pay. But I'll take 10 gold bet from you as a friend.
Sibo's just over here with his hands and with his face in his hands.
You see, an intelligence of 9. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a roll.
Go for it. Yeah, just roll to see what your character might do in this situation.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I give him 13 gold pieces because that was a natural 1.
Okay.
Oh no.
He goes, I'll hold on to this for you. I'll invest it wisely. You're going to see great returns. You're going to be living the high life after tonight. Now, if you don't mind, I got to go see to some other people. But all right. And he heads off. Mac, roll initiative.
All right. I have already rolled. That's a natural 19 on the die.
You beat both of them.
With my modifier, it's a 22.
You beat both of them. Look at
nice.
that.
All right.
Get their stats up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they are within 5 feet of each other. What do you do?
All right. Well, which one seemed like the greater threat when I was watching them?
Your wife.
Of course. All right.
Yep. Like not even a contest.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is all right, okay. How does this work? I've never played a monk before.
No worries.
Yeah, all right. So I am going to run up to her and I'm going to attack her with a flurry of blows.
All right. So you spend 1 key. You get to make your normal attack, and then you get to make, as a bonus action, 2 more attacks.
All right.
All right. And their AC is going to be, I think, 14.
Okay. The first one just hits. That is exactly a 14.
I'm sorry, 13.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, it is a 14, so it hits.
All right.
And then use my bonus action to make 2 more?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, both of those are gonna hit.
Nice. Roll
That's
all
a
your
natural,
damage.
that's a 17 and a 24.
Solid. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Okay.
I just want to say that bet was on Fletch.
Yeah, he didn't ask
Excellent.
you for a bet, did he?
It's good to know someone believes in me. And as I do this, she's going to have to make a dex save. What is-
16.
Okay. That's probably gonna save. What is my... I'm not entirely sure what my DC is.
It is going to be 8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh yeah, that's a 9.
Plus proficiency.
So that totally saves.
Plus
Oh,
proficiency.
plus my proficiency.
Which is still like plus 2, so.
Yeah. Yeah, she saves. If she didn't succeed on that, she was gonna be knocked prone. But she is definitely not knocked prone.
It's like trying to sweep the legs of a tree.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So describe your hits. You know, you come in, you got 3 good hits. Roll damage and tell me sort of how you dealt it.
All right. So I am still rolling my damage. I'm sorry. That's gonna be 13 plus another 7. So that's 20 damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
You bloody her, by the way.
Great. Yeah, I don't know what I do. I just start swinging wildly at her face.
Just Manny Pacquiao, crowd the space and just flurry of little hits. There you go. Yeah. She like the first couple hits she can take, and she's like, "Yes, you're so good at fighting." Oh, and then you get one on her jaw, and one of her teeth just flies, and a look crosses over her face, like, "Oh, I might lose." But it's now their turn. Like clockwork, the brother slides in behind you and is going to try and lay into your back and the back of your head. So they grant each other advantage if they're flanking you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got a 15 and 12, so that's 17. I'm guessing hits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Both of those are gonna hit.
Okay, so they deal.
My AC is 14.
Okay. You take 10. You take 13 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. So they start again. It's like what you saw with the pigs, like high and low. When you feel one impact your shoulder, there's one in your gut as well. When you take a hit to one rib, you're getting a hit in the back of the ribs on the other side.
Yeah.
It's your turn again. Actually, meanwhile, Ellis and Sibo, you're in the crowd. You're watching this. People are cheering, shouting, both threats, pejoratives, and exultation at the fighters. What are you doing? Are you watching pretty closely, or are you like palling around the crowd?
No, I was just saying, it looks kind of unfair, don't you think? There's 2 of them and just one Fletch.
Yeah, and Sibo's distracted. And he's sort of staring intently at the guy half-orc.
his hair, like it's like slow motion American Beauty, like the hair's flowing, like droplets of sweat shaking off with each fist coming in, the ripple
Great.
along his muscular arms.
Sibo is not very much help right now.
I didn't know this was
The
so
party
interesting
full of
to
gay
me.
disasters.
Both of you
Yes.
make perception checks. Wes, you have disadvantage because you're distracted by the half-orc Fabio that's currently boxing Fletch.
Oh, that's a natural 2.
Fantastic.
So I'm at a 5.
Okay.
17.
Ooh, wow.
Hey.
So you notice it, like, right past Gorglut, because you were staring at Gorglut's incredible quads, and you notice that Raymond is speaking with someone agitatedly, in a way you haven't seen before. Raymond usually has a very amiable disposition. Even when he's angry, he's still trying to make friends because that's how you make money. But he's shouting at someone, and he backhands them. This little Weasley-looking human, and they bolt. And he crosses his arms and turns, and his eyes briefly meet yours across the thing. And he's like sort of trying to read if you saw what just happened. Back to Fletch's turn.
All right. So, all right. So Fletch is gonna come in with another, an uppercut to Golgara's jaw, and gonna make an attack roll. See how this goes. Oh, yeah, that's a 10. That is not gonna hit.
A miss. It's distracting having 4 fists slamming into your body at various points.
Very distracting.
So as a monk, you can martial arts, which is a bonus action attack, or you can spend a key and do flurry of blows, which is 2 bonus action attacks.
Yeah. So Fletch is actually going to spend a key point to disengage from both of them, and she's going to run to the other side of the ring.
Okay, try and put your back up against the crowd so they can't flank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Easy enough to you like dive roll past a haymaker thrown by your wife, your half-orc wife. She was just trying to take your head right off, and you managed to run over to the crowd and put your back against it. Ellis and Sibo, give me another set of perception checks.
Am I still at disadvantage?
Yes. So long as as Gorglut remains standing and rippling, you're gonna have disadvantage.
Okay. I got a 6.
Well, that's fine, because I got much better than last time, because that's a 21.
21.
Nice.
So this time it's Ellis. You see past Fletch. Fletch has put her back to the crowd, and one member of this crowd is this strange-looking woman with she looks like she might be an Eladrin because she's got like the pointy ears and solid blue eyes, and she also has the mark of Ioun. You're a servant of Melora. You recognize other symbols of other gods even if you don't worship them, and this is the symbol of Ioun. And when Fletch steps with the back to the crowd, this woman reaches forward and just taps her shoulder. You don't even really feel it, Fletch, because you're about to be bum rushed by 2 half-orcs. But Ellis, you do see that.
I'll ask Sibo. Did you see that?
What? See what?
Behind Fletch.
And I think can Sibo actually to temporarily tear his eyes away and look?
Yeah, you look and there's no one notable there.
I don't see anyone. Did you see not someone? What did you see?
I saw somebody tap Fletch from the crowd. Is that allowed?
I don't believe so. Probably not. No. I'm going to say no. Probably.
Should we do something about it?
Yes, we probably should. And very sadly, he does not look back at Gorglut. And he says, we both aren't exactly stealthy, though. What did this person look like?
What did the person look like?
A blue-eyed Eladrin woman with silver hair and the mark of Ioun tattooed on her forehead. So pretty striking.
How close does this description match the Eladrin who I healed and then who tried to kill me?
Not at all.
Okay.
She had raven black hair. She had green eyes. She had very angular features, and she had the kind of face that looks like she's like always smelling a fart. That's like her constant expression. And Sayraste is, it was not Sayraste.
Okay. We should probably find her. I don't think she's the woman who I helped kill, because that would be weird. But I don't know if we should trust her if we find her.
Okay, can we start making our way around?
Absolutely. If you're trying to be stealthy, roll stealth checks. Fletch, you're going to have to deal with Gorgla and Golgara coming at you. Mm-hmm. They no longer get advantage because they can't flank you. Golgara is going to try and bear hug you and drag you out into a position where you can be flanked. So make an acrobatics or athletics check.
All right.
She got a 15.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to go with acrobatics because my dex is a hell of a lot better than my strength. I have an athletics modifier of 0. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nice. You slippery and hard to pin down. She goes for the bear hug and you just skip right under it. Unfortunately, as you go under, there's a rising uppercut from Gorglut, who rolled a 5, and you dip and sidestep that as well. It's now your turn.
Okay. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna keep going for Golgara. I'm gonna come in with a gut punch.
Okay.
That is a natural 19.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. It's going to be 7 damage.
7 damage. She's almost down. So I have a mechanic that I enjoy called Push Your Luck. I don't like it when like an enemy is down to like 3 or 4 hit points. It's like the next one could knock him out, but it's so nominal. So if you want to take 4 damage just straight to your hit points, you can knock her out.
Sure, I can take it.
Okay. How do you knock your wife out?
So I come in for the gut punch with like my left fist. And then as she doubles over, I'm gonna come in with her right hook and I'm gonna punch her in the jaw.
Okay.
And she just goes down.
Crumples like a bag of potatoes. Very hot, muscular potatoes.
Yeah.
You still have bonus actions if you want to direct those attacks against Gordon.
All right. I do. All right, so what can I do with my bonus actions? Because I don't know if I want to spend this next key point yet.
You don't have to spend a key to make 1 bonus action attack. It's only if you want to do Flurry of Blows and make 2.
All right. Yeah, then I'm just gonna go with the one bonus action attack. All right, that's a natural 18. I'm rolling really well
It's
today.
really great. Go ahead and deal
So
damage.
good. All right, and that's going to be 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Get a good solid hit into his chest. He looks angry that his sister is knocked out. Wes and Leon, what were your stealth checks?
I did okay this time. 14.
14.
I got a 9.
You make it over there and people notice you kind of clanking through. When you get to where the woman was, there's no one there you can see that fits that description.
Just what? No one at all?
Nope. There aren't even any elves over here. They're all rounded ears.
Well, I guess I have another angle I can look at him from. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, from this angle you can see how striking Gorglet's eyes are. So.
I am very confused, but nothing bad seems to have happened, so
I guess keep watching the fight. Fletch is doing well.
Yeah. Cut 2, Gorglet is going to attack recklessly, so they get advantage on their attack, but
Great.
Fletch, you will get advantage against them for your attack. That's a crit.
Oh god.
Oh.
9
Fletch is gonna die.
9 plus 3, 12
yep,
damage.
Fletch is down.
Yep. Just
great.
You come up with your martial arts attacks, the follow-up from last turn. You like hammer, and it's like punching like stone in his abs, and he just comes down with the Captain Kirk on the back of your head, and that shakes you enough, and then he comes in with the elbow across the head, and you are out. And the crowd roars. I mean, this was a close fight. This was exactly what they wanted, and it was a good fight. You are revived minutes later. You and Golgara are both being revived by medics that they have. And Raymond is standing there to haul you to your feet. That was an amazing fight. Fantastic. And his Golgara is like draping over your shoulders, being like, I will each bruise I will tenderly kiss until it is gone.
Yeah, I'd like that.
So you get the concession prize is 25 gold. Your wife and her brother get 50 gold each. You actually, Sibo, you made your bet. You got, go ahead and roll 1d12, and that's how many gold you made. Ellis, Raymond put your money in, and he tucks away what looks like a sizable winnings in his pocket, and he hands it back to you. He goes, I'm so sorry. You managed to get your bet back, but no winnings for you, unfortunately. You didn't place a very wise bet. I wouldn't have made that bet, but I'm glad that you got your gold back.
Oh, that's fine by me.
Does Fletch hear him say this?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Fletch is kind of mad that this dude who's trying to angle to be their manager is has so little belief in them. But at the same time, they're also very distracted by the very big beefy half orc who is offering to take care of them.
So do you say anything to him, or just letting it happen?
I mean, is he like right next to me?
He's within 5 or 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until he comes back to say anything. Yeah.
Does Ellis say anything?
I didn't lose anything, so I guess this is fine.
That's funny. Yeah, so Raymond once more comes over to congratulate Fletch on the a good loss.
On the loss.
Yeah, a very financially good loss for him.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have bet on me, huh?
Oh yeah, I don't.
Did I hear that right?
I don't bet. Is the thing. When I'm a bookie, it's bad form to bet when you're a bookie. So I stay out of it. You know, you're my favorite, obviously, and with me as your manager, you are going to have a great time. I think just an amazing time, and we're both going to make.
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
of
gonna
coin.
have a great time getting my ass kicked, huh?
Oh,
Is that what you're telling me?
I'm certainly not saying that. That may be an implication.
Oh, well, that's what it kind of sounds like.
Well, you don't get into bare knuckle fighting to not get your face mashed in every once in a while.
Well, yeah, but you know, just kind of seems like if you're gonna be my manager, you should at least have some kind of faith in me that I'm gonna do well in fights. You know?
You know what? You're absolutely right. And as your manager, I'm going to reduce my fee until I've made amends. A mere 30% of all you make. That's it. You know, I'll cut my own throat on that. So...
Wait, you're paying him?
I mean,
well,
I
technically
don't
it's a
think
commission.
this was part of the agreement.
No,
I don't think we discussed this.
No, I've, you know, it might have been prior to your nuptials when we were having a bit of a drink over Three Dragon Ante that we discussed the terms. I've got your signature and everything, so I mean that's that, and I think you'll find my representation quite fair.
I agreed to these terms.
You agreed to
while
terms?
I was blackout drunk.
A certain type of terms. There were certainly terms involved.
I'm gonna throw a punch at him.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll. AC 10. So.
All right. That's a natural 17.
Yeah. He goes.
All right.
He goes sprawling. He goes sprawling, and your wife holds you back and goes, "No, he's very influential. Do not make enemy of him." And he goes, "Fine, all right, everything null and void. You do your own managing, you temperamental."
Well, I've been doing fine this far.
Aye, that's why you lost.
I don't need you.
Pushing to his feet, wiping blood from his face. I didn't need you.
I don't need your help. I didn't even ask for your help.
I didn't need your help. I didn't ask for your help. This went off fine tonight.
Is Sibo near Fletch?
Yeah, all of you are like together near the center of the ring as people mill about and wander off.
Sibo uses this as an opportunity to try to like explain what he saw during the fight, hopefully in a way that
Sure. What do you say?
Just like I saw, like he was in a fight and this seems to be like a regular occurrence for him, so this might not be the best guy to be your manager in any case.
I'm not listening. I'm just gonna run for it again and try to hit him again.
Yeah, at this point your wife is like holding you back, trying to keep you from that. And Raymond himself has no interest in continuing this conversation. He is angry. He is humiliated a little bit, and he looks and goes, "You'll never fight for me or any of my fights again. You can bet on that."
Let me look up how a spell works.
What's that?
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth over all of us, including Raymond.
Ooh.
All right.
So, I believe there's a wisdom save.
Yes. Actually, no, a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Okay.
Oh.
So everyone who's in it make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, what's the DC?
13.
13. Okay.
Fletch has rolled an 18.
Okay. So if you succeed, you may tell an untruth. However, SIBO knows whether or not someone has passed or failed a check, so they know whether or not they're capable of lying.
I'm on 9.
So you failed. So Alis cannot tell a lie. You don't have to speak, but when you speak, it must be the truth.
Okay.
Raymond, Wes, you don't know if they succeeded or failed, which is not how the spell works. He looks at you, his eyes going wide a little, goes, "What did you just do?" And he steps back until he reaches the edge of the zone of truth, and he steps out and goes, "What did you just do to me? Did you just try to set a spell on me?"
The spell was meant mostly for Fletch, and also for, us in the general vicinity, because I was going to have a conversation that I wanted, and I'm sorry, you must have just gotten caught in the blast radius, so to speak.
You stay away from me. You stay away from me. You understand?
What am I? I'm just a gnome from the forest. I can't do anything to you.
Spells. You come into the city. You strange little folk. And he spits on the ground and he turns and he starts walking off.
Well, that happened is a thing that happened. That is not how that spell is supposed to work. Thank God it doesn't affect me and I can lie while it's in effect. Jesus Christ.
Ellis, you are also a cleric. You would be familiar with how Zone of Truth works and what SIBO describes. That's not how the spell works. Something odd happened there. And let's take a short break to be human, do human things.
Human things.
All
because
right. I totally could have waited to run away.
When you get back to Fallcrest, there is a column of smoke and reports that there has been a fire.
Ooh.
So,
oh no.
That is where we're going to take a short break.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to hold on, stop streaming.
Be glad that this time they won't be getting a nice glimpse of my eyeballs.
Yeah. Okay, we had a brief glitch, it looks like, on the Twitch, but we're back. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of chapter 1, Cycle of Ioun. Hope that you all are enjoying it out there in the etho. So, when we left off, the group had just returned to town after a contentious end to some pseudo-legal bare-knuckle boxing out in the woods.
That's not how Zone of Truth works.
Yeah, a spell didn't not work. It worked wrong.
But it also didn't work.
Yeah. So when they return to town, there's a lot of talk. The guards are stopping people at the gate because there has been a pretty serious fire that wiped out a couple of houses in the lower district. Yeah. Does anyone live in the lower district?
I mean, what is the lower district like?
It is the less affluent part. It got hit pretty seriously by the floods, so it's been an effort to reclaim and resettle these lower houses and fix all these ones that are moldy and stuff.
Yeah, there's a possibility that Fletch lives in that area. Because they're not terribly affluent.
Makes sense. Hold on, I'm sorry. There's stuff going on my end with Twitch.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Are you with your wife as you walk back to the city?
Yeah, I probably am.
Nice. Okay, there we go. That means that Gorgla is nearby.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the implication in that question.
Ah.
On a scale of like 1 to suddenly in a Woody Allen movie, how flustered is Sibo?
Probably a 6.
All right. That's pretty flustered. It's more than a little flustered. What are you trying to get Gorglet's attention, or stay out of his like zone of sight? Like what's
I think Sibo is trying to flirt, except Sibo's version of flirting is being like, I have these cool bugs in my bag. Would you like to look at these cool bugs?
Here's where I roll a sexuality roll. That's a staple in Phantom Roll Booth. I think me and Marcy agree. It's like everyone's queer. Just everyone's always queer. It's just like a matter of degree. Yeah,
I hear
okay,
a
he's
dog.
into it. Yeah, that's my puppy. He just ate, and so now he wants his post-lunch walk, which will happen eventually. But for now, Gorgla is like, yes, show me bugs. I have eaten many in my time. He steps into your personal space to look down into the bag.
Well, this is a really cool type of beetle. It's really shiny, which is why I like it, and also because it's got like some interesting, and like he launches into like a very intricate description of this beetle.
Mm-hmm. And Gorgla has the beetle in his palms.
Please don't eat the beetle. I will give you a different beetle to eat.
That would be good. Poor Alice has been sort of third wheeled here, huh?
Fifth wheeled?
Fifth wheeled, yeah.
I'm gonna ask Fletch, are they gonna fight now in front of people?
I don't think so.
Probably, says the wife. Alice, amongst the throng trying to get into the city because everything's being slowed down by the guards, there is a covered wagon, and you notice that on the back, it's like a covered wagon on the cloth of the cover is the symbol of Ioun.
Do I see the Eladrin?
Well, you don't see anyone because you guys are behind the wagon.
Okay. That does remind me. I'll ask Fletch. Did you feel anything? When
yeah, I mean, I felt myself getting punched a whole lot of times. Is that what you're talking about?
Not that, but when you were in the ring, when you backed up to the crowd, did you feel like a tap on your back or anything?
No. Why
Because someone tapped you on the back. Yep, someone tapped you on the back.
Well, I mean, I was kind of under the impression that wasn't allowed.
Huh.
I mean, if they tried to like put a curse on me or anything to keep me from doing well in the fight, it wouldn't have been able to work because I got that mark put on me. But
yeah, you got a mark put on you that should have stopped an enchantment, something like a zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to make the save.
Wait.
Hmm.
Anyway, the person that tapped you had the same mark as that cart over there.
Huh. Well, do I recognize the mark of Ioun?
Yes. Yeah. Most of the Pantheon has pretty obvious marks that most people would recognize.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people worship Ioun. So.
Well,
I mean, I don't think that's that weird. It could just be a coincidence.
My zone of truth should not work. That could Raymond have had a mark that actually worked on him?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, I got one put on me that prevents enchantments or anything. So
yeah, but you had to I very well could have put zone of truth on you. It's just that you managed to shrug it off.
I mean, I think that's part of the enchantment. I don't know. I don't think it would keep you from casting it, but
asking the monk how magic works.
Sibo is very skeptical, but also is.
I don't know. I don't do magic. I have an intelligence of 8. How should I know?
Okay,
let's shit, man.
I guess let's see what's going on in the city, because it should not be this congested.
Yeah, this is bad.
We did see the smoke.
Looks like there's a fire or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know why we're arguing about your spell when there's a fire.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I can't see very well over the crowds. Are either of you okay with
I'm gonna pick you up and hold you over my head.
Yep. And then Gorglut takes over and puts Sibo on his shoulders.
Nice.
Yes.
I look up at Gorglut and I just go, man, thanks. He's pretty heavy for a gnome.
Rude.
I mean, no offense to you. I just it's hard to hold you up like that for a long time.
There are many burdens that I would bear gladly. This is one.
Sibo's face goes beet red.
You can now see over the crowd. They're slowly letting people in. And
I can't hear you.
yes, I muted myself because I was sneezing.
Oh, okay.
Man, something is causing my allergies to go crazy right now.
Oh no.
We're good. You see that there are guards stopping people and just rudimentary questions where you're from. They're now letting people just go in. What do you do? Where do you go? What do you get up to?
Have we been let into the city, or are we just approaching the gate now?
You're being led into the city. You can stop and talk to the guards if you want, do anything else you want. It's pretty open what you can do right now.
Do we talk to the guards, or do we go investigate? I'm not going to use the phrase "noble steed" in character. I asked Gorglut, so do you want to go investigate what's going on with the fire? Because that's sort of on fire. Do you guys live around here?
I mean, I do.
We do not know. I need rest. I think that Fletch broke a rib.
Mm.
I can heal if you like.
If I'm healed by magic, I will not scar, and I want to bear my scars proudly.
Huh.
I mean, I'm not opposed to being healed. I do want to go see if my house burned down, though.
Okay. I'll just throw a cure wounds your way.
Thanks.
Sure. You can also spend hit dice as a short rest.
Okay.
You've been taking it easy.
That was 7 points anyway, so.
Nice.
Cool. Thank you.
I guess Sibo clambers down from Gorglut and says, can we meet up after I go help Fletch see if their house hasn't burned down?
Yes, I would like to get to know you better. Would you like to meet one of my boyfriends?
Yeah, yes.
I will bring one of them. So, Fletch, you managed to check your house, such as it is still standing. but the fire was very close to it.
Mm.
It is the
All right.
It is the private
Fletch,
residence. Yeah.
Fletch probably actually doesn't live in like a house. They're probably in like a, like a ratty apartment or something. But still, it's very good to see that it's not burned down. Yeah, so is probably should have asked this a minute ago. Is Golgara with me still?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's
okay.
Looking forward to tending to your wounds tonight.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, we go to my building. I look up at her and I'm like, well, still here. Home sweet home for me.
Where did the fire
do you want to Sorry?
Sorry, I just was asking where did the fire originate?
It is a private residence. It is one of the nicest buildings down in the lower city. It used to be a manor of a minor noble in town who had a reputation for being a bit of a bookworm, and he had a very nice collection of books. And the whole house is just gone.
Just like completely gone, burned down to nothing.
Yep, an intense fire. Yep.
Well, that's pretty bad.
That's not great.
No, definitely not ideal.
Someone should investigate that.
Not really our job, is it?
No, I guess not.
Well, I don't know if I'm feeling up to checking it out. I'm pretty beat.
Yeah, honestly, I
really not doing great.
And I'm
I
curious.
I broke my nose.
Ouch.
Something.
Do you want more healing or?
Yeah, that might be good.
I'll give you a cure wounds.
Thanks.
And cure wounds, and what do I roll for that again? A D8?
A D6.
Okay.
You guys don't need to worry about healing because you're going to get a long rest over the night. So all your hit points are going to return. All your hit dice are going to return, more or less. So the question, so I think everyone but Alis has something to do tonight involving a half-orc. What is Alis going to get up to?
I'm going to head back out into the forest and just hang about, maybe climb a tree and go to sleep.
Okay. In your dreams that night, you see, you sort of wake up and you know immediately it's a dream. In a beautiful clearing, the ground is layered in these purple flowers. As far as the eye can see, it's this open expanse. And ahead of you, a tree is beginning to twist as though it were a vine, and it starts to twist into the symbol of Melora. And as you're watching, it begins to twist again, and it morphs into the symbol of Ioun. And as you're watching it, it begins to rot and decay and die. And all of the limbs on the left side of the tree flop off. A gaping hole opens, like a knot hole opens in the face of the tree. And eventually it just sort of collapses into dust, and you wake up. And it is morning. Mac, you and the wife tended to one another's wounds that night. With probably the same vigor that you displayed during the fight. Yeah. Sibo, you got to meet Gorglut, and his boyfriend is another half-orc by the name of Bartoom, who looks like Terry Crews with tusks.
Nice.
Yes.
And they talk, and it turns out they come from a tribe of orcs that prize affection, and so they have sort of these sprawling relationships. They don't do just one at a time. It's very rare for one to get married, as Golgara has done. which the brother is like, it his own path. I do not understand it, but everyone has their way. So, Gorglet, just wanted to make sure you were cool with like 6 or 7 other boyfriends as well.
I Snow is like a gnome hippie from the woods, so like he's down for whatever.
This is fantastic.
The more buff orc dudes, the better.
Morning comes. What do you do? And this is the second day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah. But wait, the library's already been burned down to a crisp.
Has it?
Shit.
Oh.
More libraries.
Okay. Well, so I guess while I think of what I'm doing, the other two should go.
Sure. Yeah. Anyone? What is your character doing this morning?
Yeah.
Wander back into town,
Mm-hmm.
and try to find the others, I guess.
Easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, Fletch is still at home. How am I feeling?
Sore, but this is like par for the course for what you do.
Yeah, it's pretty typical. Yeah, I've probably got like a black eye still. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is Alice has come back to town. You can meet up with any of the other characters. You know where they are, easy to find. But what threat are you guys interested in pursuing?
Whoever I find, I'd probably tell them about the dream, and since we saw the cart with Ioun's symbol on it, I tell them, we should probably try to find that. I think there's something bigger going on, because I had a dream. Trees, Melora, Ioun, trees gone, rotting away. Something's happening.
That's are you saying this to us? Like, have we regathered?
Yeah.
Sure.
Your half-orc significant others have to go to work, but you guys are free for the day.
Okay.
All right.
Damn, people have responsibilities.
I say goodbye to her. I give her a kiss on the way out.
Yeah. She always lifts you up like completely for that.
Nice.
We should going to explore the cart is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if this is, this definitely seems like it's going to be a big issue or something. Alice, I guess you got some kind of prophetic dream or whatever.
Yeah, if Melora's telling me to do it, I guess I should.
It's probably a good idea to listen to your goddess.
Yeah. Let's go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Where are you looking for this cart?
Is there a temple of Ioun in town?
There is not a temple of Ioun. There is a temple district. It has a temple to Arathis, the goddess of civilization, and one for Bahamut, the platinum dragon. And then there's like a chapel that's often used by traveling clerics of different faiths when they come through.
Is it a temple of small gods, perhaps?
More or less, yeah. It functionally, it's whatever cleric needs to use it at the time, it's a temple to that. But most people call it the chapel of the all gods.
Well, let's check out the chapel.
Yeah.
When you get to the temple square, it's easy enough to find the cart, because there it is. It is open in front of the chapel, and the side like flops down, and there are rows and rows of books, and there is a silver-haired Eladrin woman with a tattoo of Ioun on her forehead selling books.
Fletch, it was
Yeah.
her. That was the one that tapped you.
Well, I don't remember seeing her, but all right.
So do you go over and confront her?
I'm not exactly confrontational.
I'll go up to her.
Yep.
Fletch is pretty confrontational.
Who knew?
Yeah. Comes as a shock to you all, I'm sure. Yeah, so
When
they
you approach, she smiles with that like retail smile and goes, "Blessings and knowledge be on you. Might I interest you in some of the books we have for sale? I think there's probably one about medicine and pugilism in there somewhere. I picked it up out east, probably."
Yeah, sounds interesting.
We
guess.
also offer reading lessons for those who are illiterate, calligraphy as well. I'm well versed in calligraphy. I can do any sort of scrivener's work you need. How can I help you today?
Yeah. Well, so I don't know. I heard you were at that fight last night.
What fight?
You know, I kind of just like spread my arms out, like a motion to myself. You know, the one that I was in. Out in the forest.
I did hear on my way in. I heard people were coming from the forest, and there had been some sort of row. Was it an organized thing?
Yeah, you know, you could say that. Actually, my friend here, and I motioned to Ellis. I said that she saw you there, and that you tapped me on the shoulder or something.
I'm afraid she must be mistaken. I got in last night, and
I cast Zone of Truth.
sure. She as soon as you start casting, she goes, "Are you casting Zone of Truth on me?"
Look.
No, but just, and she voluntarily fails to save.
Well, and I explained that happened, and I say it's not that I don't trust you; it's just that I don't trust people anymore because the last person I was nice to tried to kill me.
I understand completely. I've been betrayed in the past, and it has left marks. I can tell you I was not at this fight last night. I was stuck on the road.
Okay.
Then but that doesn't make sense.
I agree. I think you may either be trying to pull some con on me, or there is some arcane explanation.
Could someone have cast like an illusion to make themselves look like you?
It's possible. It's quite possible. Why they would do such a thing is beyond me, though.
I mean, right before that, I saw, and for some reason, Sibo decides to not actually name Raymond. I saw someone who was, part of the people organizing the fight backhand some guy. And I wonder if it's connected. The whole fight went weird.
I'm sorry. I don't know how I can help you. I came to town. I was supposed to look at some books, but they're not available right now. And I'm here in town for some weeks, hopefully to buy more books and consult some on behalf of my organization. But
were you trying to get to the library that burned down?
Yes, I was. Do you know anything about that?
No, though I'm curious just because I guess it makes sense for that section of the city to burn sometimes. It's basically a bunch of wooden shacks next to each other, but it was a pretty nice building for where it was.
Indeed. The Lord Cormoran is a friend to the clerics of Ioun, and I can't tell you the book I was going to look for. It's a secret and a well-guarded one in my order. In fact, I didn't plan about telling you that I couldn't tell you, but there is a zone of truth happening right now.
My apologies. Before you I dispel the zone of truth because I don't want her to accidentally say something she shouldn't.
Nice.
I'll ask her. You're a cleric of Ioun?
Yes, I am.
Had any dreams lately?
As a matter of fact, no. Nothing
Uh,
that seemed notable, really. I felt disquiet lately. Things have been strange, shall we say.
How strange. How so?
It's hard for me to say. I was sent here on my own to find a book. And it's an important book. And it has some incredibly powerful secrets in there. To find that it's been destroyed in a fire. To find that I was somewhere where I was not. It's disquieting. That's the word I would use.
Well, I at least want to figure out what is going on because I don't like to leave these kinds of things unfinished because just, going back to where I am in the woods seems like chickening out. Do you want to help us or at least help me? Because I don't know about my companions. They probably have like day jobs.
Of course.
You want to help me figure out why the library burned down and why, weird prophetic dreams are happening and why my zones of truth aren't working?
What do you mean your zones of truth? It worked perfectly.
No, I mean, on you it worked fine, and I really appreciate you, giving into it because trust issues, but the last time I tried to use it, one of the people who was caught in, the radius, neither was affected by it, nor was unaffected by it. It wasn't.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And then he got mad at me for casting Zone of Truth on him, which I guess is fair, because that's something you should probably warn people about.
I'm going to look into that. I think I know where I can consult. I believe I know what may have caused that effect in your zone of truth, but I need to make sure. And she starts sort of packing the card up. I'm going to look into this. Please investigate on your own, and perhaps tomorrow night we shall meet at the library, and I will tell you the Lord Warden's library in the upper city, and we shall discuss there. We shall discuss there what might have caused this. But please investigate.
All right. Cool.
I'll ask the two my companions. Should I tell this person about my dream?
I mean, yeah, it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
I think it's probably a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, she's a cleric. She knows about, all this weird god stuff, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell her. I'll turn back to the lady, the elf lady. I asked you about if you had any dreams because I had a dream last night. I think it came straight from Melora herself. Maybe Ioun as well. I was in a forest, a clearing with a tree, and the tree bent and twisted into the shape of Melora's mark, and then into Ioun's mark, and Ioun's mark was rotting away.
That is bit on the nose, isn't it? That doesn't sound like an incidental dream. Absolutely, I agree. That is the sort of dream one might send using magic. But then who would send it? Divine dreams are usually not as helpful as that.
Maybe it's something we really have to do?
Possibly. There's a book. She closed her eyes. She's like, there's a book, Peterson's on Divine and Dream. Should be in the collection of the Twisted Tower. No, in the Septarch's Tower. Ask for it there. Consult that book, and it may be able to more helpfully interpret where the stream came from. I'm going to consult my sources in the Lord Warden's library.
Seems good. Do I have any, could I get myself into the Septarch's Tower by going, hey, I saved all your butts last,
Yes.
a while ago?
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, what is each of you doing? What are each of you doing?
I'll go with whoever's going to the library.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like interesting things are going to be happening, and Fletch wants to be wherever the action is, pretty much. So, and it sounds like this is something that we're really going to have to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you head to the Septarch's Tower, and you are let in. The Danny DeVito looking wizard Pietro Perdido. Hey, how you doing, Sibo? It's nice to see you all again, and your friends. What can I help you with?
We need to find what was the name of the book again?
On Divinity and Dreams.
We need to find On Divinity and Dreams.
A good book. It's not usually consulted, but yeah, sure. I think I've got the copy in my office right now. He leads you into a very stereotypical wizard's workroom. It's got the writing desk and just scrolls everywhere. And he's searching books, and he finally pulls out a well-preserved leather tome and sets it down in front of you. He goes, there you go. You can use my office while you read. I have to go make some communing spells with the outer planes that may torture my psyche for an unending number of hours.
I mean, that sounds dangerous, but have fun. Good luck.
You have no idea. This is going to be great. And he wanders out into the next room.
The wizard equivalent of making phone calls.
Yep, basically. You go ahead and make we'll make an intelligence check with advantage because you have this book.
Oh no.
To research your dream.
Oh no.
Everyone or just Ellis?
Whoever's the highest bonus, so highest bonus.
-1, not me.
I have a bonus of also 1.
All right. I think it's on Sibo then.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Sibo.
Oh, sweet heavens.
Because Sibo doesn't have a negative.
Advantage?
Yes.
Okay, 16.
16. You managed to find an entry that deals with non-divine dreams, and it confirms that this did not come from Alora or Ioun. This came from a specific spell that the sage notes. And I'm just looking it up to make sure I don't get it wrong. Okay, yeah. The spell is called Dream.
I wonder what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a mystery.
You learn...
Well, with a name like that, I think it gives people dreams.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure because I didn't know anything about this magic stuff, but
it is a 5th level illusion spell, and it allows you to shape a creature's dreams. It is often used sort of offensively to torture someone, but in this case, it was not. There you go.
That is more powerful magic than I am capable of casting or figuring anything out about, like who did it.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I don't know. Why would somebody send you a dream like that? Do you know?
Do I know anybody that might have done that?
No, you don't know many people at all in Fallcrest.
Hmm. No, I've got no idea.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, I mean,
Uh,
it's got to be someone.
that
I-
is when the door creaks open slightly, and a hooded figure pokes their head in, and there's a glow of what seems to be some tinder or lit kindling in their hand, and they immediately back out, slamming the door behind them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
We should go.
Fletch is gonna dart out the
Ooh.
door after this guy immediately.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
All right. It's a foot chase.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
So everyone's going to make. We're going to do this round by round. You're trying to
Okay.
chase down this possible firebug. He is
Mhm.
a lanky humanoid figure in nondescript sort of hood, mantlet,
Mhm.
otherwise very nondescript. And they tossed a torch to one side that they had been carrying.
Was this torch lit?
Yes.
Ugh.
It was like smoldering.
bad.
It wasn't like fire yet, but like it was
Mhm.
something you could easily turn into a nice roaring flame.
Mm.
So everyone's going to tell me what they're doing to try and close the distance as you are going to be running through the streets of Fallcrest. How are you going to try and close that distance? And that'll determine what check you make to catch up with them. And we'll say if you can get 3 successes, you'll have caught the firebug.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, important thing to note: Fletch has a running speed of 40
Mm-hmm.
because she is a monk. She's very fast.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Fletch is just gonna run after this guy.
Athletics check.
Try to, yeah.
Can I cast?
Try to run him down and stop him in some way.
Can I cast enhance ability on
Yes.
Fletch?
Yeah.
Fletch, you will get advantage on this athletics check.
Nice.
You. Okay, go ahead.
They're gonna need it. But not that much, I guess, because they rolled a 15.
Nice. You close the gap. That's 1 success.
Mhm.
What is now? It's Sibo. What are you doing to close the distance? You're just, Mac. Your character's just putting on the speed, enhanced by Alice. You close the distance, and you are hounding right at their heels.
Mhm.
I am going to could I do the casting light like in their face again thing?
Sure. Make an Arcana check because you gotta place it just right on the move. It's gonna be difficult.
Okay. 15.
15. That is another success. Finally, Ellis, what are you doing to help close that distance? So they are now only a step or two ahead of Fletch. They are half blind from a casting of light. What is Ellis doing?
Just checking the range of a spell. Okay, I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Just in front and just try to knock him over.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll as the spell. So as though it's
Okay.
making normal attack. We'll say the AC is 14.
Ooh, natural 18.
That's it. What is the
Nice.
form of your spiritual weapon? What does it look like?
Just like it's like just a tree branch, but a very heavy, thick. It's essentially a club.
That's great. I love it. This
Very
thing, it
good.
like clotheslines him and he slams to the ground flat. And Fletch, you're on top of him in an instant. He's not gonna be able to get up.
I'm gonna grab his hood and throw it back.
Sure. He is a thin-faced man with a bunch of like gross scabs that they've been picking on. Their eyes are bloodshot. There is this dark sort of scarring a little bit around their left eye. and you note their left hand has a tattoo of like sutures around the wrist.
Do I know anything about this? Is this symbolic of anything?
Any of you, if you have proficiency in religion, can roll religion. Otherwise, you can't.
Okay.
Does Fletch have proficiency in religion? Oh, they don't. Which is odd considering they're a monk. But
that's an 8.
An 8, so that's a no.
They know about their own religion and nothing else.
And I'm sorry, what did Fletch get?
Fletch does not have proficiency in religion, so I guess they can't make this check.
Correct. Does Sibo?
Nope.
All right. Then you're SOL. You don't. Your characters do not know what you, as players, are going to learn.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is.
And I feel like I, as a player, know what this is, but
I think you do as well.
Fletch is not gonna know. All right. So,
he just spits up at you. Not
cool.
talking. Yeah.
All right. Fletch is gonna smack him across the face real hard. Not intending to do any damage, just trying to threaten more than anything.
Okay. Make a strength or dexterity based intimidation roll.
Well, I'm gonna roll dex. Or actually, can I make this just a straight intimidation roll?
Charisma intimidation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And as I do that, I'm gonna yell in his face, "Who sent you?" That's on its edge. That's a 16? 15.
Yeah, he is angry more than intimidated and goes, The eye, the lidless eye, it's opening. It's been closed for years, but now it's opening. You're all dead. You're all dead and you don't know it. He sent me the fire.
I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
All right.
The Dark Lord Sauron has returned.
That's a 20.
Yeah, no, he's knocked out.
Oh shit. Well,
what do you do?
It's not a nat 20.
No, but
yeah,
he doesn't have any hit points. Yes, he was only a commoner. He's not particularly.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I punch him and he goes unconscious, and Fletch just like stares at him for a minute, and they're like, "Well, shit."
Can I look back at the library?
They look back at the others.
Yeah,
like
the
so.
Septarch's tower seems fine.
All right. Well, what do we want to do with this guy?
Do you want him awake?
It's probably good to question him or something. Do we want to take him to the guards? I mean, he did try to burn down the library.
That's a good idea.
We think, I mean,
we should probably find the wizard we were talking to.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
I would ask my apparent army of half orc boyfriends that I have acquired, but they're all at work.
Oh no.
So I'm sorry. Which are you doing? Are you getting the guards or going back to the tower to talk to Perdido?
Yeah. Well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, Fletch thinks that the best course of action right now is to go to the guards.
Are we splitting the party? Because I think Sibo wants to go talk to Perdido.
I think.
Yeah.
Perdito's probably should know because he owns the library.
Mm-hmm.
Does he own the library?
The Septarch's tower is sort of a intellectual commune more than anything. So no one owns it, but they all collaborate and share resources. So there is a library there that no one person owns, but they all consult.
Okay. Well, he should probably know anyway. We should tell him, at least. So, and he's closer, so we could
If you
drop
want to split the
by.
party, by all means, you could probably flag down a guard. I don't think that's difficult. So
Yeah.
if you want to bring
I mean,
a guard
Fletch is
in
gonna
and
Fletch is
explain the
gonna do
situation,
that. And I guess they're gonna try to, drag this dude back toward the tower. So they do that. So
cool.
just try to find a guard on the way.
Yep, you find one, and when you explain the situation, very interested in catching the person who burnt down the Lord Corwin's library. That's good. You get a thanks, and they'll talk to you more later. But he's like, "I'm gonna bring this guy in now. We're gonna interrogate him, see what's going on."
All right. Yeah, I think we really got to figure out, who was going around burning down libraries.
Yeah, that's rude.
It's not a good thing.
Okay. When you get back to the tower, Perdido is sitting in the sort of foyer area around a big crackling fire. You realize the chimney definitely doesn't vent. This is probably a magic fireplace. But he is enjoying a cup of tea, and he's got a book open. His mustache has been transformed into like some wriggling tentacles, but otherwise he seems fine.
Your meetings went well?
They went pretty good. There are some very angry slotty out in the outer plains, let me tell you. The far
What
realm,
happened to your face?
The far realm, if you touch the far realm, it touches you. It'll go away with time, I think.
I have been staring at his tentacle mustache this entire time.
Yep.
Not subtly at all.
Yeah. This thing happens far more than anyone is comfortable admitting in the tower, but I've gotten used to it. So, did you find what you're looking for?
We found a guy trying to set your office on fire.
And we found the book, but mostly, yeah, we found a guy.
Where is this guy? And he stands up suddenly.
Well, we turned him into the guards.
And he sits back down. All right.
We think this might have been related to the fire last night. I don't know why anybody would want to burn down libraries, but
It does seem like a pretty shitty thing to do. Like, in the grand
really
scheme
does.
of things. Huh. Tell you, the Nentir Vale, about 100 years ago, got swept through by all these orcs, the Blood Spear orcs. They destroyed so much. For someone to be destroying more libraries, I can't even imagine.
Do you know why they would want to do it?
I've spent a lot of time contacting depraved and degenerate intelligences in the far reaches of the universe, and I don't know that I'm fully qualified to answer that question. My sense of what is normal has often been proven quite wrong. But
yeah, I mean, if you had any ideas.
If I were to speculate, someone who's trying to hide something.
Yeah.
You destroy knowledge to hide things. Your misdeeds, your evil actions. I don't know.
I'll ask Pedito. Do you have any kind of connection to Ioun?
Ioun? I'm not a religious man, but if I pray, I would probably pray to Ioun. May Ioun not cramp my writing hand when I'm writing a spell.
Do you know anything about the lidless eye?
Lidless eye?
Did he say lidless eye?
That's what he said.
Like
the eye has opened or something?
Like the excoriating eye of Vecna?
Vecna?
Vecna. Sure, the goddess secrets.
Has Fletch heard of Vecna?
Probably. Vecna is it's one of the well-known evil gods.
Mm-hmm.
Infamously, one of the few gods that didn't start off as a god. Vecna was once a human necromancer who, by some means, ascended. They are the god of secrets, god of hoarding knowledge and making sure you're the only one in the room who knows the thing.
Well, Fletch kind of just looks away and goes, "Oh shit." Well, it's a really good thing we stopped this guy then.
Are you saying that Vecna is the one, or servants of Vecna, the excoriating
I mean, yeah,
eye?
that's what the guy we caught said, that he was with them, said that the eye has opened.
Oh boy.
Some nonsense like that.
I was against it, but I think we're going to put a lock on the Septox Tower from now on.
Do you know what the significance of tattooed stitches around a wrist would be?
Sure. Vecna is infamously portrayed as having only one eye, the right eye, and only one hand, the right hand. I think it's symbolic for the cost of knowledge and the cost of secrets. Is like you got to chop off your own hand or dig out your own eye. But that's a very clear and very consistent symbology among the worshippers of Vecna.
Okay, well then I guess that's who we're dealing with. This is what I get for ever going into the city.
Well,
if I didn't have to commune with a shard mind later this evening, I would be helping you, I swear. But these shard minds, they're very picky about when they meet in the celestial spheres.
I understand. Sibo does not understand.
I don't know what a shard mind is.
Imagine.
Good luck. That sounds hard.
It is almost as excruciating as the Far Realm, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway.
Well, good luck with that. Hope that goes well.
And good luck with this whole Vecna thing. Gosh, if they burn us all, that's going to be terrible. Don't let that happen.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do?
What time is it? In universe.
Yeah, well, let's go look for that Eladrin woman.
Yeah, we should probably tell her.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're dealing with a pretty big threat here.
All right. You head to the Lord Warden's library, which is the biggest, most important library in Fallcrest.
Is it a threat of epic cyclical proportions almost?
It is called the Lord Warden's because every Lord Warden that has ever ruled Fallcrest adds to it. And so over the centuries, it has acquired an incredible collection. It is, at the moment, understaffed. One of the things, when you get there, the librarian leads you back to where the Eladrin woman is. By the way, her name is Zephyria. Zephyria is working diligently over a book, and she's got scrolls and stuff laid out in front of her. And she mentions the reason it's understaffed is because the clerics of Ioun are only now returning to the Nentir Vale, and one of her jobs was to see if Fallcrest would accept a bunch of librarian clerics from Ioun, and they would turn the Lord Warden's library into a kind of temple to Ioun, god of knowledge. But she spreads out and she goes, I think I know what happened. And she picks up a scroll, and she shows it to you. It's incomprehensible arcane gibberish. She goes, this is a scroll of dream. She sets it aside and she picks up another one and says, and this is a scroll of time travel. She goes, I do not know why, but I believe I have to go cast these spells right now.
Okay.
Why? Why do you believe that?
Because I think it was me at that party. Fight? Whatever you doing.
Yeah.
And you said that I tapped you on the back. Whatever's happening, it's already happened, so I need to make sure it does.
Okay. That seems legit. Do you know what happened with my zone of truth?
Yes. there is a blessing often given to powerful or devout worshippers of the God of Secrets that allows them to sidestep entirely the arcane mechanisms of Zone of Truth. It's Vecna's interference with the divine power. It's a total mind blank for the individual involved. So whoever this was, they have the blessing of Vecna. There's a scream from the front of the library and the sound of feet coming your way. Immediately, she looks up and opens a scroll, and she starts to cast the time travel. She goes, please, I need a minute or two to complete the spell, and then I don't know, but it needs to happen. And you hear the sounds of fires being started.
Ah, shit. And have we
All
actually
right.
told her about
Well-
the guy we found who had the stitches?
No, you didn't.
Ah, shit. Can I very quickly say, look, the person who, and you can't interfere with this because you didn't back then, but the person is this guy named Raymond. He's this weird looking, he's this like human, and he's the one who behind the fight. And if you're there when I'm attempting to cast the Zone of Truth, he's the one it doesn't work on. I guess he's a worshiper of Vecna. Also, we just stopped another worshiper of Vecna from setting a fire in a different library, and there seems to be a fire happening here, so we'll help you have enough time to cast the spell.
You know, you really should have taken me up on that manager thing. Because then I could have you in a fight right now, somewhere else, not burning to death in this library.
Where is this voice coming from? Is this her?
No, this is Raymond, who is walking around the stacks with 3 other men who have torches.
All right.
They're holding torches and blood-stained blades, and they're just casually lighting fire all around as they spread out around you, and Zephyria begins to cast her spell.
I cast create or destroy. I cast create water.
Roll initiative.
Okay, fine. I do that first.
Here we go.
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Ugh.
Oh, man.
This is great.
I'm at a 15.
Raymond rolled a 21, and his
Oh my
goons
God.
rolled a 1.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, so everyone, it's going to go Raymond, then everyone, then his 3 goons.
All right.
Okay.
Raymond just yanks up his sleeve, and you can see there's a tattoo around his wrist. And he throws out his hand. And I'm going to randomize the target. He's going to do on a 1-2 Wes, 3-4 Mac, 5-6 Leon. Rolled a 4. Mac. Yeah, so he was talking to you, so he just throws out his hand.
Makes sense.
Yep. Make a dexterity save.
Okay.
And it is going to be, what's it called?
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Okay.
Oh!
Take 1d8 necrotic damage. You're gonna roll your
Do you
own
roll
damage.
it, or do you want to?
You roll your own damage.
All right. You're going to be one of those DMs.
Yes. Yeah.
Fun.
Don't be fooled. This started because he forgot to bring any dice last week.
That's very true. I have dice
Oh,
now.
nice. I rolled a 1.
Okay. Take 1 damage. You need to hold out for 10 rounds. That's
All
gonna
right.
be long enough for her to cast the spell she needs to.
Okay.
Okay.
So mark this as 1.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you can go in any order.
I have an idea, but if y'all want to go first.
Yeah, what's your idea?
So there's fires being set, right?
Yeah, you said you wanted to create water.
Yeah, I can produce a rain that falls within a 30-foot cube and extinguishes open air flames.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Mostly what I want to do is prevent it from spreading as much as possible. The books that are already on fire are kind of a lost cause, but I also want to try not to. I don't want to damage too many other books.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that without expending a spell slot if you like.
Oh, cool! You should do that, and not me.
Are you trying to? Oh wait, no. Is that a water genasi feature?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'll just try to put out the torches and all that as well.
Mhm.
'Cause if it's a 30-foot cube, you should get all of them, right?
It should get this one. This library is sprawling. But I'll say that will make it so that the area you're
Mom.
actually fighting in is damp enough where it's not going to spread. I'm not going to make you. I was going to make you start taking like deck saves or get caught on fire. But
Okay.
if you do that casting, it'll keep the area damp enough to protect some of the books in the area as well as yourselves from fire creeping in.
Okay. And it'll put out the torches that they're holding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Which slows it down a bit, but they worked front to back here, and they've got quite a few books roaring.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you're doing. What is Wes and Mac? What are you doing?
I'm gonna just run up and try to engage Raymond.
The 3 mooks are in front of Raymond, so you'd have to run through them.
Shit.
Or
All right. Well.
yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm gonna yell, "Who says I'm gonna die in this fire?" And then how are the bookshelves set up?
Pretty classic, like.
Okay.
Rows.
Does it look like I can try to knock them over?
Yes.
All right. So I would like to try to knock one of the bookshelves over onto them.
Okay. Make an attack roll, but using your athletic score instead.
Yeah. This is not going to go great, but again, Fletch has an intelligence of 8.
You've rolled pretty well so far.
That's a solid 9.
Solid 9, doesn't it? You
Yeah,
hurl
that's
the
not
books
gonna work.
down. All you do is get another shelf of books within the rain area, at least, so you saved another shelf.
All right.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Well,
I guess I cast Sacred Flame on Raymond.
Okay. Yes, deck save.
Yeah.
You rolled a 19.
Fuck.
All right. 2 of the mooks move to engage Fletch. Does a 14 hit?
14 is exactly my AC.
That's a hit.
So yeah.
Short sword, you take 7 damage.
All right.
And one of them moves to engage Ellis. And rolls a 2, so you're fine.
You're fine.
Second round, you got 8 more to go in the casting. Raymond is going to shift his fire onto Sibo. So make a dexterity save. It's the same spell that you just cast. It's Sacred Flame. But
oh heavens. I get a 7.
all right, so take Sacred Flame damage. The flames are black and smell like licorice and rotting flesh.
Do I add anything to that, or is it just a straight D8?
Straight D8.
Okay. Great. This is fine. Everything's fine.
What do you guys do?
Ooh. One of them's right next to me, right?
Yep, one is attacking you with a short sword.
Okay. Since I'm close enough to tap him, I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh.
That's a melee attack I need to do.
Yes.
That's fine. Natural 17.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Okay, so that's what, 3d10.
Yeah. 3d10. Love it.
For a first level spell, it's not too bad.
It's really nice, yeah.
It's very nice.
6 plus 9, 15. 15 plus 7, 22.
He erupts in just splits open and falls apart in front of you, screaming. That's horrific.
Ooh. I'll just step back a bit. That'll clean itself up.
All right. Who's next?
I'll be next,
All
I
right.
guess. So all right. So who's in front of me?
You've got two of the goons in front of you,
Okay.
and all of them have the circular tattoo around the left eye, and you realize now it looks so familiar because it's just what Raymond has, but his is filled in. That's why it looks like a black eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Chekhov's gun there, foreshadowing.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so whichever one is in front of me, I'm gonna punch him in the left eye.
Attack roll, give it to me.
Yeah.
AC is 14 for these guys.
All right. That's a 15.
Hits.
All right. And I'm gonna spend a key point. He is gonna make a strength saving throw.
You got a 4.
That is not gonna save. So he's gonna be pushed 15 feet away from me.
Nice.
So
roll your
and
damage.
he's gonna take 6 points of damage.
All right, we'll turn that into an 8. Do you want to push your luck?
Nice. Sure. I'll push my luck. How much damage am I gonna take?
You take 3 damage, and
I'll do it.
your like punch sends him flying into another bookcase, which falls on top of him.
Nice.
There's a cracking sound, and his body is like twisted unnaturally underneath it, which
Nice.
also coincidentally helps save another bookshelf. I'm keeping track of how many shelves you guys save.
Excellent.
And I think that it's just Sibo now.
Sibo uses spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And with spiritual weapon, I do a wait, am I within melee range of any of the mooks / is Raymond still alive?
Raymond is very much alive. He hasn't been hit yet.
Oh yes. I guess I hit Raymond with spiritual weapon.
Go for it. Attack roll. AC is 15.
Cool. I got a 17.
Hits.
Excellent. That means I now do 1d8 force damage and 7 force damage.
Nice. What form does your weapon take?
Wait, sorry, plus my spellcasting ability modifier, so that's 10 damage. My weapon takes the form of basically like basically a more glowy version of the mace I generally use.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like smacks him across the head.
Nice. Bludgeons him quite hard. Not quite bloodied, but definitely didn't like that. The goons, there's one goon.
Also, actually, only 9 damage. Sorry, I
No
miscalculated something.
No worries. One of the goons up against Fletch is going to scythe in with their blade. They got a 16 naturally, so that's probably it. Take 4
that's gonna
damage.
hit. Okay.
And then there's a goon against Ellis. Rolls a 14 plus 3, 17. Does that hit?
That is my armor class.
Okay. You take 8 damage.
Pain.
Okay. Next round. I'm sorry. It's top of the round with Raymond.
Okay.
Raymond. What is Raymond going to cast? Let me make sure he has that on the spell list. Well, not really a spell list, but we'll find out afterwards. There we go. Oh, yeah, okay. Tell me about inflict wounds, because he's going to try and inflict wounds against Sibo.
Okay, he needs to. I'll just read the thing. Melee spell attack against a creature you can reach.
18 plus 4. No, plus 3. Probably hits.
Yeah.
That's 3d10 at first level.
Yep.
And increases by 1d10 for every spell slot.
Okay, you did 12 damage.
Ah, that's not too bad.
That's better than I feared was going to happen. Still not excellent.
Yep. He like ducks under the next swing of your spiritual weapon, and he comes up, and that left hand he slaps it against your chest, and it feels like everything in you wanting to burst out through your skin. It's a horrible feeling.
Excellent.
Yeah. Now it is your guys' turn. And hold on. Now this is the part in the episode where we have the callback to the cold open. Up close, his eyes are wild. His eyes, something inside this man has broken. The boiling flames around you, licking at you, filling the air with the choking smell of burning books and bookshelves, cinder and ash. That is the moment we cut away from in the flashback. I'm a good director. It's your guys' turn.
Excellent. Yeah. All right.
Oh, if there's a goon in front of me?
Yes.
I mean, seeing as it worked so well last time, I'll just do the same thing.
Wait, no, there's not a goon, because you killed the goon in front of you. But there's a goon still in front of Fletch.
Okay.
Yeah, not to tell you what to do or anything, but Fletch could probably use some healing right now.
Okay. Cure wounds is touch, isn't it? So
yeah.
Okay,
are you within range to touch me?
If I'm not, I'll move up.
All right.
Easy enough.
That is a D8, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you want to roll it, or do you want me to roll it?
I already rolled. If you want to roll, you can.
Okay.
But that's a 9 healed.
Oh, nice. Okay, I will take that roll.
No problem. I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action.
No worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay next to Fletch.
Okay.
All right. So are there any goons left?
Just the one in front of you.
All right. I'm gonna punch him. Because that's what I do best. That's a 14.
That is a hit.
Nice. Okay. And I'm gonna bonus action punch him too.
Okay.
Not flurry of blows, but just the.
Roger.
And that is a 13.
That is a miss.
No. Okay. Well, I hit with the 1.
Yeah.
That's gonna do 6 damage.
Okay. Do you want to push your luck?
I am not gonna push my luck.
Okay.
For right now.
So you land a solid blow that, if it just been like a couple inches to the right, would have dislocated his shoulder, but instead it just really, really hurts him. I think Sibo, you're the only one left.
Okay, I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I need that. Which means I'm going to, thank heavenly fuck.
Good rolls, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
And then as a bonus action, I can hit Raymond over the head again with my spiritual weapon.
Yes, you can. Make your attack roll. AC is still 14.
Cool.
I think I said 14 or 15? 15.
Okay. And I got an 18.
That's a hit.
Cool. And then 10 damage.
So
Force damage, if that means anything.
Definitely bloodied. Hammers into his back. The mook is going to take a swing at Fletch still. 12 plus 3 is...
that just hits.
Just hits. I'm getting really good with these attack rolls. And you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Raymond, cackling with unhinged sort of malice, is going to cast Inflict Wounds, but this time as a level 2 spell.
Oh.
Does a 14 plus 3 hit?
Who is he casting on?
on Sibo.
Okay.
I have 18. I have 18 AC because I have very good armor and a shield.
Yes. So you throw up he like
Clerics.
lunges again with this hand, and you catch your shield rim up and over, so it's like hovering right over your face. His hand is crackling with this dark energy, so close to inflicting wounds on you again, but you manage to shove it off with your shield.
Not today, Satan.
Your turn again. What do you do? We'll start with Sibo because that seems narratively appropriate.
I'm going to actually, with my first, I'm going to use my spiritual weapon to first, and I'm actually holding it instead of having it magically floating.
Nice.
I'm gonna use it, and I'm obviously looking up at him, and I just smash into his chest or into his stomach or chest or something.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do that twice since I can do it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Um.
She's going to use spiritual weapon once. The other will be a mace attack.
Okay. Wait. It says never. Oh yeah, mace attack, and then, so the one that is the mace attack aggressively. Actually, you know what? The mace attack just gets a 15, so it hits.
That does hit. Yes.
And then the spiritual weapon attack does not hit.
Okay. It's a shame.
And so with my mace, I do 6 damage.
Okay, so your spiritual weapon arcs over, and he catches it with that hand, and there's a brief play of light between the greenish hue of your spiritual weapon and the black energy leaking out of his hand. And then he lets go as your mace slams into his side from that distraction. Fletch and Ellis.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna punch this guy again. Because I'm a monk and I punch people. That is a 14.
It's a hit.
So that's gonna hit.
It's an efficient hit. Exactly what you needed. No more, no less.
I know. And that's 6 damage.
All right. How do you knock him out?
Just gonna do a quick little uppercut to his jaw.
Okay.
Send him sprawling backwards.
Yeah, you hear his jaw click and some tooth chips spray out of his mouth as he is lifted off his feet and slams down against the ground, unconscious. That is Alice.
Okay, I'm gonna move up towards what's his name?
Raymond.
Yep. Yep. I could heal myself. Oh, I'm gonna inflict wounds again.
All right, make your attack roll. AC 15.
Everyone's just inflicting wounds on each other.
I don't know if this means anything, but it's a natural 20.
Anytime there's an attack roll, you can double damage.
Nice.
Okay. That's 3d10 as well.
Oh,
that's a 1. That's a 10. And a 4. So what?
15.
15? No,
Yep.
double that to 30, I guess.
Oh my god.
No, just roll 3 more die.
Oh, okay, that's fine. A 9. 5. 2. Another
16.
16?
So it's exactly 40 damage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That is so much.
Yep. You did 15 plus. Yeah, you did you did a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Dang.
Again, the skin splitting and this green energy of Melora's divine fury peeking out of his skin, and he's twisting, and he stumbles back, screaming. And you notice his eye just suddenly collapsing in on itself, and this black sort of vortex where the eye will be, and his hand, there's a flash of light, and the seam tattoo goes bright, not bright, but completely black, and his hand splits off his body as he is killed by the inflict wounds.
Oh god. I thought he was gonna. I thought we were gonna get a second stage of the boss or something.
No. Would that we had enough time for that. But you're still. So you are currently safe. You hear a crash near the front, and you hear, "Wife, where are you, wife? I have come to save you." And I have also come to save you, boyfriend. Possibly, we haven't really talked about where our relationship is going, but
that would be cool.
We're here. We're back here.
So she still needs.
Everything's okay. I think we're all right.
She still needs 5 rounds, and the roof is about to collapse.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We're not all right. The roof is gonna collapse.
No, come to us. You must get out.
Can we move? Can she move while casting the spell?
No, she's got to stay rooted.
We can't move. We're guarding someone who's casting a very important spell.
She already cast it. She told us to come find you.
No, don't listen to her.
But wait.
She needs to do it again.
What's?
I mean, she hasn't.
What's
done
happening?
Time travel.
Everyone make a dex save as debris starts to fall from the ceiling.
Oh
She
shit.
needs 4 more rounds.
I'm not good at dexterity.
That's a 9.
Oh, thank God, that's an 18.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that's not a 9. That's an 11.
That's
a
not
little
enough.
bit better.
You take 7 damage.
Ugh.
LS.
I'll be fine because I got a natural 1.
You take 10 damage.
Oh
I got
no.
an 18.
You're fine.
I was gonna cast shape water to put some more stuff out, but I'm on like 6 HP.
It's you hear Golgara going, "She said to leave her and bring as many books as you can."
Okay, that seems legit.
Oh God. I don't know what to do.
I start casting create water on top of bookshelves, which will probably ruin some of the books, but not as much as if they all burned.
Okay.
I mean, if they get water damaged, you can fix them.
Make another dexterity save.
Oh no.
Ah, shit.
Oh dear.
You see the 7 other boyfriends of Gorglut are like hauling armfuls of books out as best they can.
Yes, army of boyfriends. I got an 8 on my dex roll.
All right. You take 6 damage.
Oh, sweet
I rolled
heavens.
a 12.
12 is not enough.
Oh no.
You take 6 plus 2, 8 damage.
I'm out.
Sorry, are we dex?
I am out.
Yeah, if you have not run
Oh
towards
no!
the front,
Oh no! Crap! That's a nat 1.
you take 8 damage as well.
Oh man!
Each round you stay, it gets more and more debris start falling and stuff. She needs 2
I have
rounds.
1 hit point left.
So.
Can I cast healing on both of them?
Ooh,
you would
not at the same
need
time.
Yeah, not at the same time. So you can get out with an action. You can just get out.
Well, Fletcher really doesn't want to die right now.
Can I haul Ellis out?
Yes.
Okay. This is slightly comical, considering it is small gnome hauling water aside.
Yeah. That would take your action though to drag her.
Okay, I guess I'm going to yell back. Wait, but she said to leave us, but
you watch more debris fall.
I don't want to die though.
Blocking your view of her.
Okay, I guess there's fuck, and I grab Ellis and I just bolt because into I guess the waiting arms of like my 10 boyfriends.
Only 2 of them. The others are busy with books. But
yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, Bartoom is the one who scoops you up.
Nice.
I take that opportunity to then heal
Sure.
Ellis.
You get out safely.
Yeah. Fletch just bolts out.
Yep. Zephyria meets you out front, or rather, she's waiting out front when you step there. She looks haggard, and you realize her hair was silverish, but now it's a little white. Like this has been very stressful. And she goes, "Oh, I almost died in there, like right now." I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything to you at the fight when I was there yesterday. I didn't have time. I had to go and arrange everything else. We managed to evacuate a good number of the books. We just didn't know. I didn't know if they were hitting other libraries as well at the same time. It turned out they were, but we managed to save all the other libraries because of the warning that you gave me just now.
That's good. Also,
Well,
Alice, you get 9 hit points back.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Oh no, I accidentally. No, that's fine.
Oh no.
And I think that's where we're gonna call it. That you guys have defeated cultists of Vecna trying to destroy these libraries.
All right.
Yay.
That could have gone
we
badly.
did it.
It was a qualified success.
Yeah.
So that's that. Let's wrap it up by we're gonna go around and everyone tell me something your character brought away from this adventure. How did they change as a result of this adventure that just happened? Emotionally, psychologically, physically, romantically. No. What have they taken from it? And we'll start with Mac.
Yeah, well, obviously Fletch has a wife now. Yeah, but they've also they've brought away a commitment to something, I guess. Fletch had been they didn't really get much of a chance to talk about this, but they got kicked out of their order. And haven't really been committed to a specific god or anything. They've just been kind of, getting by, living in their crappy apartment and pit fighting at night. But now they feel kind of a call from Ioun and kind of a connection to whatever is going on right now and a need to stop this whole Vecna thing, because they know that Vecna is pretty bad news.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
All right, and what about Alice?
Well, nearly dying would have been probably would have been safe anyway, but being that close to dying, probably hadn't done that before. So probably try to be more careful.
Okay.
And also don't give 13 gold to people when you have only got 15. That could have turned out a lot worse.
Could have turned out a lot worse. Yep. And finally, Wes, tell us how Sibo may have changed from this. Obviously, trust issues from Cyraste, but what about now? Still more trust issues or different trust issues?
Well, see, don't trust strange humans has been sort of or I guess in part, don't trust humans has kind of been
that's the life motto of all of my D&D characters.
Yes, has been sort of hammered home because, it seems most of the mooks of Vecna are not nice, trustworthy gnomes or very hot half-orcs. Obviously, he has more of a reason to spend time in the city now, namely his eventual army of boyfriends, considering he needs to get to know them all first. But
yeah, so that's a whole adventure on its own. It's like courting 7 different half-orc it's a lot of boy toys to handle. It's a lot.
There's a dating sim that's literally that. That's the plot.
I know.
I am so annoyed that I didn't write it and make money from that. Damn.
But
There's still
yeah,
time.
so-
I'm just disappointed that it's all like dude orcs.
I mean, but the thing is so he and so obviously he now has some reason to spend time in the city, and he feels like Pan is okay with this, considering Pan seems like the type of god to be okay with shacking up with a lot of guys.
That is like right up Pan's alley. It's like Pan is short for pansexual as well. So
Oh yeah, it is.
And so and
That's
but you know,
true. That is canon Wizards of the Coast D&D Pan.
and so he also probably spends a little bit of time still in the forest, you know, hanging out with trees and animals.
Sure.
He probably won't take a job which is find a place for a fight from a random person again. I think mostly what's like fewer trust issues. Well, pre-existing trust issues are still there, but it's not like he's developed any more psychological scarring, because, you know, he got you know, 7 half-orc boyfriends.
Oh, also Fletch isn't terribly keen on taking any more 2-on-1 fights.
Yeah.
That's kind of been her habit to begin with, but
yeah. So, real quick, Fletch's marriage to is she fine with the traditional non-orc marriage, or is she willing to indulge in the orcish traditions of?
I mean, I think they'd be fine either way.
Okay, it's a story for another time.
Yeah.
It's my ideal as a DM is just to hurl love interests at players.
That's very good. I am
receptive to
100. I am 1000% in support of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I forgot to ask if Ellis was into or looking for anything like that. So we should definitely try and bring Ellis back so that can work in as a subplot to another game.
I'd be happy to come back.
All right. And that
Ellis can get their love interests next time.
was The Cycle of Ioun, Chapter 1, A Nentir Tale.